Hello, today we are going to study the next portion, discovery of nucleus. The nucleus discovered by the scientist Rutherford. Before we studied the discovery of electron and proton. Now we know two subatomic particles of the atom, which means negatively charged electrons and positively charged protons. And also we studied the one atomic model called J.J. Thomson's atomic model. That one is known as plum pudding model. So in plum pudding model, J.J. Thomson said that in an atom, both the protons and electrons are arranged randomly. But later, the scientist called as Rutherford, he did so many experiments and he discovered that in an atom, both the protons and electrons are not arranged randomly. So that experiment, which is known as Rutherford experiment. So we are going to study about the Rutherford experiment. So for that experiment, firstly he took a thin foil of gold foil. Rutherford, he took a small thin sheet of gold foil, and he assumes that gold foil we can consider as a part of uh, this one, what it is called, atom. Then he took positively charged radiative particle, that is known as alpha particle. So alpha particle, and its charge is positive. Okay, so he took a small thin sheet of gold foil and he took alpha particles. Then when he passed the alpha particles through the gold foil, he observed that most of the alpha particles are passing through the gold foil without any deviation. You can see here that most of the alpha particles are passing through it without any deviation. But when he again did the same experiment, means he passed more alpha particles through the gold foil, then he observed that some alpha particles are deflected by uh, small angle. You can see here that some alpha particles are deflected by small angles. The reason he still don't know. And again he passed some alpha particles through the gold foil. Then he observed that some very few alpha particles are passing, when he passes it through gold foil, they are bounce back, means they are reflect back. So he took most of the alpha particles, it passed through the gold foil without any deviation. You can see here that. And very few alpha particles pass through the gold foil uh, with the deviation by a small angle, and very few alpha particles they bounce back, or they reflect by 180 degree. So from this experiment he understood that in a atom in a atom, most of the space is empty, there is nothing. That's why only majority of the alpha particles pass through the gold foil without any deviation. In a atom, most of the majority space is empty. That's why only alpha particles pass through it without any deviation. Then some alpha particles deviate by small angle. Why it deviates? Yeah, we know that we pass the alpha particles which they having the positive charge. Alpha particles having the positive charge. So we know that from our childhood onwards, we studied that two same charges comes too close to each other, they will repel. So uh, in here, alpha particles having positive charge, which means that in the center of an atom there is a portion which having the positive charge. You can see here. So in here, the alpha part when the alpha particles reach near to that positive region, both the alpha particles and the positive region will repel to each other. That's why only the alpha particles are deviate by small angle. So the second postulate is in an atom, there is a center, that center having the positive charge. Clear? Then third, very few alpha particles they bounce back by one, or they reflect by 180 degree. Why? Because we know that when we throw a cricket ball to a wall, it will bounce back because the wall is rigid. So he assumes that the positive region is very rigid. So from these three experiments, he assumed that first one is that most of the space is empty. That one is the first postulate. Second one is the center of a atom having the center of the atom having the positive having center of the atom having positive charge, and he called that positive center of the atom as nucleus. So nucleus means the center of the atom which having the positive charge. Clear? Then third one, the nucleus is rigid. So these three are the postulates of the Rutherford about the structure of an atom. So most of the space is empty, then center of the atom having positive charge, that portion which is known as the nucleus, and third one, nucleus is rigid. Clear? So then second question, how this nucleus got the positive charge? We know about two subatomic particles. Which are the two subatomic particles? Negatively charged electrons and positively charged protons. So the electrons are outside that nucleus, and protons are present inside the nucleus. So protons having the positive charge, so the nucleus also got the positive charge. And don't underestimate that nucleus is something else. Nucleus means it is the center of the atom. The center of the atom, that is known as nucleus, and positively charged protons are present inside the atom. So don't think, and one more thing I am adding, don't think that inside an atom there is only positively charged protons and negatively charged electron. There is one more particle is there. About that particle we will study, or we will discuss in the next class. Okay, so I'll send the notes with this video. You have to write it on your copy and study it. Okay, thank you.